Hi, this is Ashley back with another reading, and this reading is going to be on J.Cole, who is releasing his album next week on the 14th. I'm a big J.Cole fan, so I'm excited. We're going to see how his relationship is with Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, if he will collaborate with them in the future. His relationship with Jay-Z, okay, because that is his artist. That's Jay-Z's artist. And also, I will be on Station Head tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be going over these topics only. We're going to be going over DJ Khaled, the Big Paper record, Beyonce and Rihanna, a few things in regards to them. Nicki's comeback. It was announced that she is going to be at the Met Gala 2021. So I'm interested to see how her dress is or her outfit is for the Met Gala 2021, because I did not like her outfit in 2019. I'm sorry, I did not like that thing. That pink dress, it was a no for me. I don't know who put her in that, but they need to be fired, okay? I don't know who designed that, but no. That was like more of a prom dress to me. But anyway, we're going to be going over that. We're going to be going over Drake breaking up homes like he always does. And then we're gonna, take some questions, but I want to go over those topics first on Station Head, and then we can do questions afterwards, okay? So before we get into the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This reading is strictly for entertainment purposes only, okay? So let's see. Will J.Cole collaborate with Cardi B in the near future? Will J.Cole collaborate with Cardi B in the future? It's interesting. I can see them collaborating, but it's not going to go over well with a lot of people, mostly the people, the general public. I don't know if the general public is going to be happy about this record. The 5 and 1, this talks about inner conflict. So he knows that the record would be successful, but when it comes to, Cardi B's bars and her talent, of how people perceive her as talented, he knows that it's not going to go over well with the general public. He knows that people are kind of going to look at him sideways, like, all the female rappers to collaborate with, and the first person you pick is, Cardi B, okay? Not Nicki, Cardi B. So he knows that if he collaborates with Cardi B, people are going to frown upon it, okay? But I can see him doing it strictly for how successful the record is going to be. I feel like J.Cole could collaborate with, if anything, like Lauryn Hill. A J.Cole and Lauryn Hill, song would be like kind of fire, because J.Cole kind of reminds me of Nas. I don't know if it's just me, but the way he rhymes, it kind of reminds me of Nas. He is a Nas fan, so that could be the reason why, but he reminds me of Nas, like the way he raps. So I can see like a Lauryn Hill, but she'll be late to the studio. Or even like maybe a Missy or something like that. I really can see him doing it strictly based on charts. The 7 of Swords, this talks about somebody who is sneaky. He does feel like things were handed to Cardi, okay? People pulling strings behind the scenes. He does feel like things were handed to Cardi. The 6 of Swords, this talks about walking away from a situation. So it looks like he would eventually be regretful of this situation, regretful of doing the record, but he would do it for strictly the charts. J.Cole doesn't really care about the charts, but now that he's in this predicament that he's in with Roc Nation due to, Camel Face, it looks like he would, collaborate with more mainstream artists. I could see another Drake and J.Cole collaboration. I can see him doing a record with Kendrick, Cardi B, anybody that's mainstream, okay? Just to keep his name out there, okay? Because J.Cole right now is basically an independent artist. He is signed to Roc Nation, but they don't really help him like that. So it's like he has to kind of do things by himself. Okay. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. This kind of talks about gossip, you know, working alone, not really having help. And, you know, I already told you why, you know, J.Cole and Jay-Z might not be on the best of terms, but it looks like, you know, he's kind of doing everything by himself in regards to his album. He doesn't really get the push that he needs. And he's kind of, you know, working by himself, basically. You know, he does pick his own beats, he says, and he only works with a few, you know, producers because he's basically putting his own money behind it. Okay. But I can see them collaborating because he knows that, you know, he has to kind of keep his name out there since he's not having the push that he needs to have like he used to get before. Especially now during COVID, you know, it's a little dry for these artists, okay? So let's see. Will J.Cole ever collaborate with Nicki Minaj? Will J.Cole ever collaborate with Nicki Minaj in the future? I can't really, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really can't see it happening. But you know what? I would prefer Kendrick anyway. And the reason why I can't see it happening is because the King of Wands is here. This talks about somebody that's kind of cold, and it looks like there's going to be someone trying to put a stop to that. We all know how they treat Nicki in the industry. I'm sure you guys know. I've done numerous exclusives and readings on it, and it looks like it's not going to go over well with the people on his team. The reason, and he also has a personal relationship with Cardi B. You know, he's talked to her behind the scenes. He doesn't really have a relationship with Nicki right now. And it kind of, that's the reason why he would be more likely to collaborate with Cardi B, basically. The King of Wands, this talks about somebody that's powerful, putting a stop to it. Like, no, I didn't say you can do that, okay? We also have the Page of Pentacles. This talks about somebody that's viewed as creative. So J.Cole would like to collaborate with Nicki Minaj. He thinks that she's very creative, very talented. This talks about somebody that thinks outside of the box, okay? So he would like to collaborate with her, but I don't really see it happening, okay? The Nine of Cups is here. This talks about, you know, kind of moving away from something, trying to move forward in a situation, okay? Even though he has his own label, Dreamville, he still has a partnership with Roc Nation. Now, if he goes strictly, maybe this is his last album. I don't know what his contract looks like, but if this is his last album and he goes strictly independent, he could do whatever he wants. He's just not going to get that push. You know, independent artists don't get the push that artists that are signed to a label get, okay? So the Nine of Cups, this talks about kind of stagnant energy trying to move forward. It looks like he would not mind collaborating with Nicki. He thinks she's very creative, very talented, but it looks like it just is not going to happen, okay, right now. The Chariot card here, this talks about, you know, being viewed as a successful artist, okay? That's how people view Nicki. The Chariot card, this also talks about power, an authority figure, you know, somebody that's been in the game for a long time. A lot of people do respect Nicki. He views Cardi and Nicki talented, but not on the same degree, okay? So he does view Cardi B as talented, just not at the same level of a Nicki Minaj, okay? She's been in the game longer. But it seems like they just have a close-knit relationship. They talk behind the scenes. I remember when people were saying that how he was dissing Cardi, he came out and said he wasn't when she won a Grammy. So I think after that, that's when their bond kind of formed, okay? And let's see, how will Jcole's new album do? How will Jcole's new album do? I forgot what it's called, but Jcole's new album that's supposed to come out on the 14th of May, how would that do? Okay. So he's not really too happy about how this album may do. It looks like he's kind of worried about it. The 10 of Wands here, this talks about having a burden, having conflict behind the scenes. And like I said before, he's worried that he's not going to have the proper promotion, okay? He's kind of dropping it 2 weeks notice, not really preparing a lot of people. I think he might drop a single before, the album comes out if he hasn't already. I haven't heard anything. But it looks like he kind of feels like this album is stressing him out, okay? The Page of Cups, people are going to respect the album, is going to get a lot of good feedback. The Page of Cups, this talks about somebody that's viewed as somebody that is talented, creative. So he is going to get good feedback on this album, but it just may not perform as well as the other albums. Like I said before, it's short notice. He usually gives short notices for his album, but he's not getting the promotion that he wants, okay? The 7 of Wands, it talks about feeling overwhelmed, okay? So he kind of feels overwhelmed by releasing an album. We're still in COVID, outside is slowly but surely open up, but it's still, everybody's still getting back to their normal lives. And then the Emperor card, this talks about an authority figure kind of stopping certain things happening, okay? So this probably is camel face, okay? So it's like he's putting a stop to certain things in regards to Jcole. The Emperor card, this talks about an authority figure, somebody that tries to, control things, has a control power. Somebody that's very powerful, and we all know who that is. So he's not too happy about certain things happening behind the scenes. It looks like the album may perform okay, but he's going to get a lot of good feedback from this album. A lot of people view Jcole as one of the best. So he's going to get a lot of good feedback. Let's see how his relationship is with Jay-Z. How is Jcole's relationship with Jay-Z? How is Jcole's relationship with Jay-Z? Okay, so we have, the 10 of Pentacles in reverses talks about he feels like he's taking a loss financially when it comes to certain business dealings with Roc Nation. He feels like he's taking a loss. He feels like in recent years, his career hasn't been the same like it was before, okay? Then we also have the Page of Cups. He wants to work with Jay-Z again. He wants to mend relationships. He views Jay-Z as somebody that's one of the best. I wonder why he never signed to Nas. If he sounds so much like Nas to me, and I think he said Nas is one of his idols. I wonder why he never signed to Nas. And it seemed like he would have been in a better predicament, okay? Because the Page of Cups, it talks about, when you view somebody that's so talented, one of the best, but the relationship is just not solid at the moment. The 7 of Wands is here again. This talks about feeling overwhelmed. He feels like being, working with Jay-Z is overwhelming to him, okay? A lot of drama happening behind the scenes. And then the 6 of Cups feels like he's not really getting enough help, okay? The 6 of Cups is talking about somebody that's viewed as helpful, trying to move you forward, and he doesn't feel like he's getting that being under Roc Nation. The 10 of Pentacles, this talks about taking a loss. So he feels like he's going to take a loss with this album when it comes to the financial side of things. And he feels like he's taken a loss in the past in regards to doing business with Roc Nation for whatever reason. Okay, but he wants to work with Jay-Z again, which means he wants to do more music with him. Okay, not necessarily sign another contract with Roc Nation, but he wants to do music with him again. The Page of Cups, just talks about working. He would really like to do music with Cardi, Nicki, and Jay-Z. But it looks like he don't really have a relationship with Nicki Minaj. So it's like reaching out randomly is not really ideal for him, okay? So if you guys like the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This reading was strictly for entertainment purposes only, and I hope you have a great day.